I saw what they did to you, and I saw what it did inside you. You didn't just lose a person. You lost a part of yourself with them. And even now you're still trying to be strong. Still trying to smile. Still trying to silence the questions that rise up in the quiet hours. But I have come to speak, not as a distant light, but as the sword of heaven standing beside you. You were loyal. You believed the best. You gave your heart without hiding it. And they hid things from you. They spoke peace to your face, and then struck your name in places you couldn't see. This is not just heartbreak. This is betrayal. And heaven heard the cry your lips were too proud to speak. You said, "I'm okay." But your soul whispered, "Please, someone help me understand. I have come to bring clarity, because the person you loved before, they are still watching you, still speaking of you, still carrying jealousy where love once lived. And you feel it, don't you? That heaviness you couldn't explain? That strange fear that rises out of nowhere? It's not your imagination, it's a spiritual residue. What they sent out in secret, heaven is revealing in truth, because the time of silence is over. I am uncovering what has been spoken behind closed doors, and I will not let their words keep echoing in your life. You were not made to walk in shadows. You were not made to question your own light. This is your confirmation. That stirring you felt before clicking this. It was me. I stirred your spirit to listen, because I need you to know. What you gave was real. What they gave was not. They were drawn to your light, but tried to dim it when they couldn't match it. This is not just about memory. It's about freedom. And heaven is issuing a decree. Your chains are falling. The weight of this old soul tie is breaking now, not by your strength. By mine, you are being released from what tried to keep you tethered in confusion. The delay in your spirit, it's ending now, and you will see it clearly. A message will come. Something will be said about you. It will come back to your ears, what they truly thought, and it won't break you. It will set you free. Because truth is not your enemy. It is your escort to the next season. The place you thought you had to revisit for closure will be the very place I shut the door for you. You won't have to fight for your name. I am defending you. Even now, angels are being released with swords drawn to silence the accusations rising in secret. Heaven has made a ruling in your favor. The weight that felt like guilt, it wasn't yours, it was their shame disguised. And now I am lifting it. You will feel it this week. An unexplainable peace, like a pressure lifted, like something invisible has finally broken. And when it does, write this word in the comments. Release 4747. Because that is what I've declared over you. Release from unseen bonds. Release from false guilt. Release from their secret bitterness. Your name will not echo in slander anymore. It will rise in honor. And when it does, you will know the person you loved never truly saw you. But I did. I have always seen the truth in you. And now, it's your time to walk in it. You were not wrong to love. You were just chosen to learn. And what you learned, it's about to be the wisdom that saves you from future pain. Because someone new is coming. A connection with honor. A voice that speaks truth with no agenda. You will know them because they will not rush. They will respect your silence. They will speak to your wounds like they're sacred, not inconvenient. But first, this soul tie must close. Let me finish what you tried to end. Let me go where your heart could not. You do not need to stalk their page. You do not need to seek revenge. You're not stuck in the season of almost healed. You are stepping into full freedom. This is what I was sent to tell you. The spiritual echo ends now. The energetic door is sealed, and your peace is being restored. Yes, even now. Heaven is whispering new joy into your name. And when it happens, you will not question if it's real. You will know. Because only I could do this. Only I could heal what they never even saw. Only I could bring beauty from a place where someone tried to bury you. You've been strong long enough. Now let me be your strength. If this message touched your spirit and you want to keep hearing from me, then subscribe to this channel. Let me keep guiding you, because this was only the beginning. The moment you let them go, they began speaking of you in ways you wouldn't recognize. Not to restore, but to reduce. Not to honor, but to hold power over the memory of you. Yes, even now they still speak your name. Not in reverence, but in rumor. They bring up your story as if they know the ending, but they do not know what I am writing now. They do not know the next chapter I've already planned. They watched you walk away, but they didn't expect you to rise. They assumed you would break down. Instead, you've been breaking free, quietly, faithfully. Even through the nights, you couldn't stop the memories from returning. Even through the dreams that still held echoes of their voice. I saw all of it. Every moment you whispered, "Why?" Every time you fought the urge to reach back out, not out of love, but out of old pain. You almost convinced yourself you were over it, but your spirit knew something still lingered. That's why I'm here, because I cannot allow this to stay hidden, not anymore. There are words spoken behind your back that are trying to form spiritual chains. The spirit of confusion has been working through old conversations, trying to tangle your name in false versions of your past. But heaven does not forget the truth. And I do not leave my warriors bound by false history. I have drawn a sword through the timeline, and I am separating you from every version of yourself they misunderstood. This is a holy severing, not because you're bitter, but because they are not part of your divine future. Your circle is being purified. Your name is being cleansed. I saw how much of yourself you gave them, and they used your openness to tell a story that served their pride. But their story will not last, because I have placed a seal on your future. A gate that was closed is now opening, and what they tried to delay will come swiftly. I say to you now, expect a reversal. What you lost in that relationship, I will return in multiplied form. You will receive a message, an opportunity. It will be connected to something you thought had passed you by, but it will have your name on it, and this time it won't be taken away. This is your moment of divine payback, not in anger, but in restoration. You loved deeply, and that seed has not died. It has been growing under the surface, and now it is time to bloom. You will see something strange, a feather, a flash of light, a moment on the clock that stops you. It will be 12:12. That is how heaven will confirm. What once felt forgotten is now favored. When you see that moment, pause and declare out loud, Justice 12:12, because that is what I have declared in heaven over your name. Justice for the words spoken against you. Justice for the way your loyalty was twisted. Justice for the silence that followed your pain. They thought silence would protect them, but silence will now surround you. In peace, in clarity, in divine security. Because this time, you will not be dragged back into old emotions. You will feel them try to pull your name into their story, and it won't touch you, because I've built a wall of light around you. What once caused you to shake will now only make you smile, not in pride, but in peace, because what they meant for harm, I am turning for good. You are no longer available to spiritual manipulation, no longer reacting to ghost words and haunted memories. You are standing fully, finally, free. And yes, you will be honored in the same space where you were once whispered about. Mark these words. The person who betrayed you will see you honored, and it will not be your doing. It will be mine. Because when heaven lifts a soul, no one can block it. They can't repost lies fast enough to stop my favor. They can't reshape the truth when I am the truth. And the truth is this: you are not who they said you were. You are who I say you are. Chosen, kept, released, and now risen. Your name is rising like incense before heaven, and every tear you cried in secret is now counted in the courts of light. I am not just protecting you, I am rewarding you, not because you are perfect, but because you refuse to become bitter. And that choice, that sacred decision to keep your heart soft, has not gone unnoticed. There is something coming, a conversation that opens a door, a person who speaks of you with light in their voice, a divine appointment, not just a meeting, but a connection that moves destiny forward. And when it happens, you'll remember this word, because it won't be random. It will be written. It will be mine. You are not alone. You were never abandoned. You were just being guarded for this very moment. And now you are standing on the edge of it. Do not go back. Do not doubt. Do not delay the healing that is already happening. I am here, and I will not leave until this wound becomes your wisdom. You are becoming what they never imagined, and that is heaven's justice. They thought you would carry this forever. They thought the words they said would live in your head long after they left your life, but that ends now. This pain was never meant to be your identity. You were never called to wear shame like a badge or silence like a punishment. This is a turning, a holy interruption, because heaven cannot allow this false weight to stay on you any longer. I need you to hear me clearly. The curse stops with you. The pattern ends in your bloodline. The emotional confusion, the sudden fear, the unspoken insecurity that made you question your worth, it ends now. It didn't start with you, but it will end with you, because I have placed fire in your hands, a fire that severs soul ties, a fire that breaks cycles, and today I command every spiritual chain to be shattered. You are not the broken one. You were simply born in a place that didn't know how to see you fully. You were the one who carried light, while others carried shadows. You were the one who stayed honest, while others traded truth for control. That's why the enemy targeted your heart so early. That's why betrayal hit you so deeply. It wasn't just emotional, it was spiritual. They weren't attacking your past. They were trying to block your future, but I have overturned it. Even now, I am covering the spiritual roots, digging deep into what was spoken over you before you even understood what words could do. I heard them, and I am undoing them. Every false prophecy spoken out of jealousy, every comment that planted fear, every look that carried curse instead of blessing. I reverse them now in the name of heaven's light. You will walk in freedom. And when you do, you will feel it in your body. That weight in your chest, that pressure behind your eyes, that tightening when certain names are mentioned. It's about to lift, not through your own effort, through mine. This is not your battle anymore. This is heaven's assignment, and I do not lose what is mine. You are mine, and I fight for what belongs to me. The person who betrayed you, they never knew what they were touching. They thought they were just walking away from a memory, but they were walking away from my anointed, and that matters, because I honor covenant, even when others don't. And now, I restore the part of you that believed love would always cost too much. It won't, because I'm the one restoring it. This time, love will not mean losing yourself. This time, peace will not come with a price, because I'm not sending people to take from you. I'm sending people to recognize you. You will know them because they won't flinch at your depth. They won't shrink when you speak with honesty. They will stay because I sent them. You're not just stepping into healing, you're stepping into honor. You were not made to be remembered as a mistake in someone else's story. You were made to be a testimony in mine, and now you will begin to feel it. A shift, an opening, something small but undeniable, like the air around you has changed, a lightness in your walk, a new clarity in your mind, and soon, a strange name will pop up again, a face from the past, but this time there will be no pull, no ache, only clarity, because when heaven heals you, even your memories lose their power to harm. You will hear something about them, but it won't affect you. You will smile, not because of pride, but because you finally feel the distance in your soul. This is not just forgetting, this is cleansing. This is closure by fire. And when you feel that shift, say this word aloud, Breakthrough 808, because this is the frequency I've tuned your soul to now. 80. 8 is not a number of ending. It is a number of divine return. The cycles break, but your joy returns. Your peace returns. Your divine confidence returns. And when it does, do not hesitate. Do not look back, because where you're going, they cannot follow. Not because I don't love them, but because they chose not to love you in truth. That was their decision. But I am making one too. I am separating you. For favor, for future, for purpose. I am reintroducing you to yourself, not the version wounded by confusion, but the version marked by clarity and purpose. There is someone watching you now. They see the light in you, but they don't know how to approach, because your light is sacred, and I am guarding it. Don't worry about being seen. You are already seen by me, and when the time comes, they will be sent, not to distract, but to build, not to flatter, but to align. And when it happens, you will say, this could only be God, because it will feel impossible otherwise. You will be asked into something that seems bigger than you're ready for. But I will remind you, you were never meant to fit in. You were made to rise, and rise you will. The person who tried to reduce you will watch from a distance as I expand you, not for revenge, but for revelation. So they will know you were my anointed the whole time. You are not done. You are not behind. You are not cursed. You are chosen. I know what they said. I know how they twisted it, how they painted you as the cause, when all you did was love deeply. They couldn't carry what you brought, so they turned you into the enemy. But listen to me now. You were never the enemy. You were the mirror. You showed them what they were hiding from in themselves. You stood with honesty, and it exposed their fear. You offered loyalty, and it reminded them of their own inconsistency. So they pulled away, and then blamed you for the distance. But heaven knows the truth. I saw what you gave, how you stayed, even when your spirit was unsettled, how you tried to heal what wasn't yours to carry. You are not the one who broke this. You are the one who survived it. And now I'm healing the part of you that feels like maybe you were too much. Maybe you cared too deeply. Maybe you were the problem. Let me say it again. You are not the problem. You are the pattern breaker. And those who dwell in shadow will always resist the light. But your light is not a threat. It's a calling. And I will not let their confusion become your identity. You were made for clarity. You were made to walk in truth. I know how much it hurt to be misrepresented, to have your name turned into a cautionary tale, to see someone you loved use your kindness as ammunition in their next chapter. But I also know this: you are being restored. You are being lifted out of that version of your past. You are not frozen in their misunderstanding. You are growing in heaven's favor. I have spoken this over you. Your peace is being restored, even if the people never apologize, even if they never understand what they lost. You will walk in peace that surpasses their validation, because peace is not found in their words. It is found in my presence, and my presence is surrounding you now. It will show up in little ways first. A conversation that surprises you. A moment where your voice doesn't shake anymore. Then something bigger. An invitation. An open door that seems too specific to be random. You'll check the timing. You'll think, there's no way this is coincidence. And you'll be right. It's not. It's confirmation. It's me. Telling you that this is your time to stop explaining and start becoming. You don't need to justify what's already been judged in heaven. The scales were tipped, and now they are balanced. I've ruled in your favor, and what was sent to confuse you will now confirm you. Watch how things begin to shift. Old places will feel too small. Old conversations will lose their grip. You won't even have the energy to respond the way you used to. Not because you're bitter, but because you're finally healed. You've outgrown the cycle. And when that happens, comment this phrase so I'll know you heard. Me. Healed 313. Because 313 is the movement of breakthrough alignment. A holy pattern, mind, spirit, direction. Everything coming into order. You are not scattered anymore. You are focused now. And where focus lives, favor grows. I know it's been hard to trust again, to hope again, but that's why I've kept you covered, so that when the right people come, you won't be drained. You'll be ready. And I will make it obvious. There will be no second guessing. They will speak life, not confusion. They will move in integrity, not convenience. You will meet someone who does not shrink when you speak the truth. They won't interrupt your silence with judgment. They'll sit with it, because they've known the pain of being misunderstood too. It won't be loud, but it will be deep. And when it comes, you'll feel me in it. You'll remember these words, because this is not just about pain. This is about the purpose that pain uncovered. There is a calling in you that could only rise from the ashes of that loss. You tried to be what they needed. Now you're becoming what you need. That is holy. That is powerful. That is the shift. And let me say this clearly. This is the shift you've been waiting for. You don't have to perform anymore. You don't have to prove anymore. You don't have to protect your light from people who want to dim it. Let them misunderstand you. Let them misread your silence. You are not required to explain a healing they can't even see. What I'm doing in you will speak for itself. Peace will be your evidence. Clarity will be your confirmation. Joy will return without effort. Because this is what I'm bringing. Joy without cost. Peace without apology. love without loss. You have entered a season where my hand is no longer just on you. It is working through you, and what once wounded you will become your authority. You will speak, and others will feel freedom. You will walk into rooms and shift the atmosphere. You will pray once and see what took years break in a moment, because this is not just healing. This is divine empowerment, and you're ready for it. You are always ready. You just needed to know that I was standing beside you the whole time, and now, the one who was once called too much is becoming the one I call more than enough. Rise now. Let the mourning go. Let the bitterness fall. Let the fear fade like a vapor. The time of silence is over. The curse stops with you. The healing starts with you. And the glory begins now. You didn't see it then, but I saw it. What they meant for harm, I've already turned for your good. Every delay, every betrayal, every whispered word behind your back. They thought they were setting you back, but they were only setting the stage, because now I am lifting the curtain, and the world will see what I've been building in secret. You've cried your tears in silence. You've questioned your worth more times than you'd admit. You've replayed old conversations, trying to find where you went wrong. But I'm telling you now, you were never the mistake. You were the miracle in progress. And I kept you hidden because the enemy wanted to kill your confidence before it bloomed. But he failed. You're still here. And that means the battle wasn't for your past. It was for your future. That's why it hurt so deep. That's why the wound felt spiritual. Because it was. They were sent to distract your destiny, to make you believe your heart was too much, your dreams too big, your love too intense. But I gave you that depth, and I do not make mistakes. Yes, you feel deeply. Yes, you see through people. Yes, your love shakes the room. That's not a flaw. That's your divine design. They were not ready for your light, so they tried to dim it. But I shielded the flame, and now I'm breathing on it again. It will burn brighter than ever before, because this is your time to rise. You've been hidden long enough. Now, I'm calling you forward. You will not walk in fear anymore. You will not play small just to be safe. You will not silence your voice just to keep peace with people who never had peace within themselves. This time, you choose you. And that's not pride. That's obedience. Because your light is needed. Your voice is needed. Your gift is needed. Even the pain you carry, it's needed. Because through it, you carry healing for others. You will be sent to someone soon. Not just by chance, by divine instruction. They will be on the edge of giving up, and your voice will be the voice I use to rescue them, not with a speech, but with truth, because you carry the oil now. You carry the fire now. You carry what they thought they stole from you, but nothing was stolen. It was stored for this season, and now it's being returned. With interest, you lost sleep. Now you'll have peace. You lost relationships. Now I'm sending purpose-filled connections. You lost confidence. Now you'll walk with divine clarity. What they meant to crush, I've turned into crown. What they meant to bury, I've turned into blessing. And when the door opens, and it will, you will not question if it's from me, because it will carry peace, not pressure. Peace that makes no sense to the mind, but floods your spirit with calm. You'll recognize it, because it will look like the thing you prayed for in a season they mocked you. It will come back around, but better, because this time it will be sealed by heaven. And when that moment comes, when you see the impossible begin to move, speak this phrase aloud: Victory 717, because 717 is the number of divine reversal and sudden restoration. When you speak it, you're agreeing with me. You're saying, I receive what was always mine. This is not about revenge. It's about redemption. And redemption always reaches deeper than the wound. That's why I let the pain surface, so I could extract it all, even the pieces you didn't talk about, the betrayal you never shared, the guilt you kept buried, the confusion you covered with smiles. I'm healing that now. I'm going all the way in, because surface healing is not enough for you. You are not a surface soul. You are deep waters. You are holy ground, and I treat my chosen ones with care. This season will look like justice, but it will feel like joy, not loud joy, but steady joy, like a river that doesn't stop flowing, even in dry places, even when others say it shouldn't be there. That's the kind of joy I'm giving you. Joy that confuses the enemy. Joy that rises while others are still watching. You've spent enough time looking over your shoulder. Now it's time to look forward, look ahead. Because what's coming is not like what you've lost. And yes, they'll see it. They'll see your eyes. They'll feel the light you carry now. Some will be convicted. Some will be confused. But all will witness it. Because I've written this season in bold ink, no one can erase what I've ordained. You won't have to defend yourself. You won't have to explain what they did. Your fruit will speak. Your peace will testify. Your glow will tell the truth. You will shine without apology. And I will stand beside you as your shield, as your warrior, as your witness. They thought they could bury you in shadows, but I turned the shadows into soil. And now you bloom. Now you speak. Now you walk into every room like you belong. Because you do. This is the moment they never saw coming. But I did. Because I've been writing this for years. And now finally, the page is turning. Let the past go. Let your soul breathe. Let the healing finish what the pain began. And watch what I do next. Because it will be. Everything they said was impossible. They remember who you were, not who you are now. They remember the version of you who tolerated too much, who gave even when you were empty, who stayed silent when you should have spoken. But that version of you no longer exists, and that's what unsettles them now. They can feel it, even without words. You've changed. Not out of bitterness, but out of obedience. I led you out of that place. I pulled you through fire to refine you, not to ruin you. And now you carry weight in the spirit. You carry clarity that makes darkness nervous. You walk with angels, even when no one else can see them. This is why they reach for you in memory, but can't access you in spirit, because I have elevated you. I've set you apart, and what they once could manipulate with ease now hits a wall of holy resistance. You don't react like you used to. You don't explain yourself anymore. You don't search for approval in the eyes of those who couldn't value your heart. That is healing. That is power. That is me. I have closed the doors you kept cracking open and sealed the cracks you kept peeking through. Why? Because it's time to step forward fully. You're no longer required to carry their perception of you. Let them remember the old version. That version served its purpose. But now you are becoming who I always saw. They didn't see your crown because they couldn't handle your calling. They didn't understand your silence because they never respected your spirit. But I've always known you. I've walked beside you when the silence was loudest. I've whispered truth when the lies got too heavy. And now, I am calling you by a new name. Risen, not surviving. Risen, not proving. Risen, not broken. Risen, because resurrection is your story now. Even after all they said, even after what was done, you're still here. You're still standing. And soon you'll be seen. Not just by those who doubted, but by those I've assigned to honor you. There's a room I've prepared, a moment coming. You'll walk in and feel it. This is different. It will be a divine setup. The very place your name was once dismissed will become the place your name is spoken with reverence. You will be asked to lead, to speak, to pour what was once pressed. And when that moment comes, write this phrase in the comments, Anointed 919, because 919 is not random. It is the number of divine elevation after endurance. You endured, now you rise, you sacrificed, now you shine. And this time it won't be stolen, it won't be misunderstood, because the ones I'm sending will see you as I see you. They will speak your name with honor. And you will no longer shrink to make others comfortable. You are not responsible for their discomfort with your calling. You are responsible to walk in it. So walk, even when it's unfamiliar, even when it stretches you, even when old voices try to pull you back. Because here's the truth, not everyone who loved the old you will know how to love the new you. And that's okay. I am surrounding you with new alignment, people who see your depth without needing explanation, who don't flinch when you speak with power, who don't compete. They collaborate, because this next season will require community that carries purpose. No more draining connections, no more confusion disguised as love, no more spiritual weights masquerading as loyalty. This is a cleansing, a divine audit. You won't even have to cut ties. They will naturally fade. Because where I'm taking you, only the true ones can breathe. And I will make it clear. Some will grow silent. Some will pull back. Let them. It's not rejection. It's redirection. I am protecting your energy. I am shielding your joy. I am multiplying your focus. Because you are building now. You are creating from the ashes. You are moving in authority. You are carrying a frequency that shifts the atmosphere. This is no longer about healing old wounds. This is about building new foundations. Your voice will carry weight now. Your presence will shift rooms. And your prayers, they will shake what words cannot. Because you've been given access, not just to healing, but to heavenly authority. You will begin to feel it in your bones, in your dreams, in the way doors open without force. That's me. That's how I move when you stop trying to fix what I've already ended. Let them remember who you were. You remember who you're becoming, because I promise you, what's ahead is greater than what you lost. The weight is lifting, the fog is clearing, and the light, it's coming from within you now. You don't need validation from the people who left confused. You need confirmation from the one who stayed. And I never left. I was there in the silence, in the night you couldn't sleep, in the car ride where you almost broke, in the hallway where you whispered more, please just help me understand. And I heard you. I caught it all. And now I'm turning it all into purpose, into peace, into power. Because what they used to break you, I'm using to build you. You were never the enemy. You were the light they didn't know how to handle. But now, you know how to carry it yourself. And that is unstoppable. You thought it was loss. You thought you were left behind. But I need you to hear me clearly now. You weren't left. You were protected. They couldn't go where you were going. Their love came with confusion. Their presence carried weight. Their silence was not peace. It was control. And so I stepped in. You didn't know it was me at the time. You thought the rejection meant something was wrong with you. But it wasn't rejection. It was redirection. You prayed for clarity. You asked for peace. You begged me to help you see the truth. So I revealed it, not all at once, piece by piece, in words that stung, in moments that cracked you open, and when the truth came, it hurt more than the lie. But the lie couldn't stay, because it was choking your light, and I won't let anything suffocate my chosen. You didn't lose, you were preserved, and soon you'll look back and say, "Thank you, God, that they walked away." Because if they hadn't, you would have stayed stuck. You would have built a life on unstable ground. You would have lowered yourself to stay lovable in their eyes. But now you see it. You were never meant to beg for clarity, never meant to shrink to be kept, never meant to silence your spirit to be understood. You were made for more, and more is coming quickly. You will walk into something soon, a conversation, an offer, an opportunity. It will feel tailor-made. It will carry peace. It will ask nothing from your wounds, only from your wisdom. And when you step into that moment, say this aloud: appointed 833. Because 833 is the number of divine setup after divine separation. What left your life made space for what's now being sent. Let me be clear. The enemy wanted you isolated, but I've surrounded you. The enemy wanted you bitter, but I've made you better. The enemy hoped you'd harden, but I've softened your heart for the right hands. You are not too late. You are not too far. You are exactly where you need to be, and I am walking beside you. If only you could see the number of angels around you right now. If only you knew the battles we fought while you were sleeping. You are not alone, and you are not unloved. You've simply been hidden in a holy process. Because what's coming carries weight, and I needed to build you from the inside out. Not popularity, not platform, but power. Power to say no without guilt. Power to speak without shrinking. Power to walk away when something misaligns. You will not repeat old patterns. You will not fall for familiar traps. Because your discernment has been sharpened. Your vision has been cleared. And your name, it's rising again. This time, in rooms built for your calling. You won't have to knock. You'll be invited. You won't have to push. You'll be positioned. Because this is favor, not force. You won't have to heal and prove at the same time anymore. You'll be able to breathe and rest and be. Because I'm doing this, not your striving, not your overthinking, not your trying to convince others. I am doing this, and when I do it, no one will get the credit but me. And that will be your confirmation. That will be your protection. That will be your peace. You will sit in rooms that used to feel intimidating, and you will feel calm. You will stand in spaces that once drained you, and you will feel powerful. Because I have flipped the script, I have reversed the emotional imbalance, and I have restored your core identity. You are not a problem to be fixed. You are a promise being fulfilled. You are not a broken soul needing approval. You are a chosen light revealing the path, and you are doing it. Even when it feels slow, even when it feels invisible, you are doing it, and I'm proud of you. Yes, I'm saying it again. I'm proud of you. You've carried this quietly. You've wrestled in private. You've doubted your progress. But I've seen every step, and it's been enough. You are enough. And if this message has touched your spirit, if you want to keep hearing from me, then subscribe. Let me keep guiding you. Let me keep building you. You don't have to walk through this alone again. You are not that abandoned child anymore. You are a grown spirit, a glowing light, a chosen voice. You are protected. You are appointed. You are ready. And the next door is opening even now. It's done. Not in the future. Now heaven already ruled in your favor, even before the evidence, even before the apology, even before you saw it shift in the natural. The judgment was made in the spirit. You are free. You are released from what they said, released from what they did, released from the lies that wrapped around your mind like chains. No more questioning your worth. No more shrinking back when the memory hits. I have ruled, and I do not reverse my verdict. You were justified, and now you'll be glorified, not because of pride, but because of promise. You were marked for this before you even knew how to fight for it. I've seen every tear, heard every late-night prayer. I watched you whisper hope into darkness when no one knew you were still bleeding. I covered you while you bled. I carried you when your legs gave out. And now you will rise with strength that shocks even you. There will be a moment, soon, when something you've long given up on will suddenly come back around. A person, a vision, a door. And this time, it will carry peace. It will not require striving, because when I send it, I sustain it. You'll feel it in your chest, like breath returning to places you didn't know were tight. And when it happens, say this phrase aloud: fulfilled 1001. Because 1001 is the number of divine completion wrapped in new beginning. The promise comes full circle. The storm has passed. The old version of you is no longer in the room, and the people who only knew the wounded you will not know how to approach this risen version. That's okay. You won't need their applause, because your approval came from heaven, and heaven has signed the scroll in your name. There's a seal on your calling now. No man can revoke it. No betrayal can cancel it. No delay can erase it. It's yours, because I gave it. And what I give, I do not take back. You've entered a holy season where peace walks with you in every room, where discernment speaks before words are needed, where protection stands so tall around you that no arrow of slander can even reach. Your enemies will grow silent, not because you fought back, but because your glow testifies louder than their lies. Your name is being cleared, not by your hands, by mine. You will not have to explain yourself anymore, because your fruit will speak. They'll wonder how you made it through. They'll wonder how you kept your joy, how you walked away with your softness still intact. But the truth is, you didn't walk away alone. I walked with you. I carried you. I made sure your heart didn't turn to stone in the process. You didn't become bitter. You became wise. You didn't harden. You healed. That's the miracle. Not that you survived, but that you survived still soft, still open, still loving, still ready. That's rare. That's holy. And I honor that. So now, prepare for the unexpected. A name returning, an email, a door that seemed sealed shut. It's coming, but this time you won't chase it. It will find you, because favor knows your address now, and it's knocking. This time, you won't question if you're ready. You'll know. You'll feel the shift in your body, the peace in your chest, the strength in your step, because you've become what I always saw, even when they couldn't, even when you couldn't. You're not the same. You're glowing differently. You're moving differently. You're protected differently. The warfare tried to take you out, but the war made you a warrior. Now your silence has power. Your presence has weight. Your name carries light. You'll start to notice people look at you differently, not because you changed physically, but because your spirit came into alignment. What you carry cannot be copied. It was earned in secret battles. It was birthed in tears nobody saw. It was carved through nights of silence where you almost gave up. But now you walk with heaven's fire. Not loud, but undeniable. And I say this now with final authority. It is done. The curse is broken. The season is shifted. The promise is active. The delays were divine. The pain was permitted. The pruning was on purpose. But the door is now open, and you are walking through. So leave the old behind. Leave the ache. Leave the overthinking. Leave the fear of it happening again. This is not that. You've been rewritten, and the page has turned. You are chosen. You are covered. You are rising. And no weapon formed against you will prosper, because I said so. And what I speak stands.